There you go.
Okay, do you show the recording?
Yes, I do. Did you
Okay.
ever, is there a way that while you're recording, you can pause the recording? Do you know what I mean? And then just like sometimes if you press the space bar or something.
Yeah, I would just have to stop share for a moment.
Yeah, that's too complicated. I was just thinking, you know, how you could just, well, I don't know if it's too complicated or not.
It's not.
So-
Communication is really tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a different picture about how it's recording now. It used to just be a little red thing, and now it's kind of a white thing with a little red dot in the middle of it. But
Hmm.
so this is the painting from last night, and remember we talked about before I did what we kind of joked about what I'm going to paint.
Yeah. And we decided to name it. You wanted me to name it before you painted it. And I named it Windy. And then after you painted it, you said you didn't know what you would call it. It would just depend on how you felt about it.
Yeah,
And it turns out that you named it Windy after all.
yeah. Well, it's always a challenge in the morning to just sit and look at it for a little bit, and it's almost like a meditation.
Mhm.
And I just was a little restless this morning and decided, oh, what the heck, I'll just call it Windy.
Mhm.
But you know, and I did see things in there that gave me a sense of that
Mhm.
windiness.
Yeah. Especially the clouds and this stuff going on here.
Yeah,
This blue went into the cloudiness. Showed
yeah.
a little bit of turbulence.
Uh-huh. I just noticed, Catherine, how I was seeing those green things up in the upper middle, those or three figures, as
Mhm.
kind of, kind of curving over as if they were the wind. And that figure on the right, that tall figure on the far right, was maybe the figure that's directing the winds.
Oh.
And they were, see how they're coming over, and one of them is handing off this little, see that thing in the very middle of the painting. It's like it's being, yeah, it's either being, no, the one that's that one, that blowout section
Mhm.
looks like a little exploded thing. And it's like it's being handed off or presented to that figure just in face of it.
Mhm. This one.
No, the one that goes down. It's a thin figure that goes down from that one. Yeah. And so I'm noticing how all those figures on the left side are in an excited state, as if they're being affected by the wind.
Uh-huh.
And then on the right, the bottom right, that space where there are figures contained in that yellow area,
Yeah.
I see that as a kind of a bubble almost of where they seem to be less affected by it. It seems to be a calmer space there, or
Mhm.
a shelter or something,
Mhm.
compared to what's over on the left side where the figures are kind of leaning or twisting. And
Yeah. Like this is this yellow area is a block for the wind.
yeah,
Looks a little bit like a hill that could block the wind. A little valley here.
uh-huh,
And the wind is coming up over
yeah,
and into this area.
yeah,
I love this tree here and the colors behind it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you mentioned that last night. You saw that those two branches there as a tree.
Yeah, it gives me a really strong feeling.
Yeah. What is it? What is the feeling?
Um, well, I've always liked the silhouettes in the fall when the leaves fall off.
Yeah.
Dusk, driving home from work, all the silhouettes of the trees.
Yeah.
Always liked that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah.
this
It's, go
this
ahead.
really, it really does make me think of Halloween night
Uh-huh.
because of that, this little kind of eerie feeling.
Yeah.
And I don't know, these could all be kids dressed up.
Yeah.
There's a little witch right there.
Yeah. Yeah. They are all dressed up.
Mhm.
Look at the figure in the bottom left. Um, not a far left, but sort of the center of the left side. It's down in the bottom, and it has a sort of like an explosion circle.
This one
Yeah,
here,
that figure, and then look at the right there. That's
the
that
expl-
really draws my attention.
yeah,
Whether
those
not sure.
explosions always draw attention.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. This looks like a costume.
Uh huh.
This looks like a ghost.
Yeah.
The colors are just wonderful.
Hmm.
You've got the whole rainbow colors here. And then you've got that's the stage.
The what?
That's the stage
Uh huh.
background. And then these are all the audience.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah. The shapes in the yellow space are like a little stage also,
Hmm.
kind of a separate stage. But like you said, the whole bigger area is like a stage too.
Hmm.
And then the figure on the tall figure on the right would be like a director of the play or
Yeah,
the
definitely somebody directing.
yeah.
This looks like some kind of a vehicle, either a car or a boat. And this looks
Uh-huh.
like either a road.
Oh yeah.
It's got a line down the middle even, or it
Uh,
could be a river.
yeah.
That's a boat, but this could be a vehicle going down the road.
Yeah.
This person here looks like a policeman with a little police hat on.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The figure to its right looks like a Minnie Mouse, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
mouse ear.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see
See
that.
the two ears?
Yeah, cute. Disney parade.
Yeah.
I don't think you've ever put a red sky in.
No, not like that.
This is a birch tree.
Yeah. I know what you mean by the silhouettes of the trees in the winter that are all the leaves are gone, and they have a certain time of day. If the background sometimes seems light,
Mhm.
and then the tree itself looks black, so there's really a strong contrast between the.
It's a nice time to see it.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop talking about Wendy.
Okay.
Yeah, there's something that looks different about the recording button that I see in my upper right corner than it usually looks. So